All right, so I'm going to give you a question now. Say this is my quadratic. Let's start off with the quadratic we did on Tuesday. So x squared plus 2x is equal to 15. Anybody could tell me what's the first step? I want
To put f of x is equal to 0.
first step, set the quadratic equal to 0. Is this equal to 0?
No?
Right. So what would I write?
Well, your characteristic 15, it would be x squared plus 2x minus 15.
Plus 2x minus 15. Right. It's equal to 0. Or if you prefer, you could write minus x squared minus 2x plus 15 is equal to 0. But most people prefer to use the positive numbers. Okay. Okay. Second step. Step number 2.
Identify the constants, A, B, and C.
A, B, C. All right. So what is A, what is B, and what is C?
A is 1, B is 2, and C is negative 15.
Third step.
Sub the values for B and A into the formula minus B over A.
So alpha plus beta is equal to minus B over A. So if I want to find alpha plus beta, what am I writing?
Negative 2 over 1.
Which is negative 2. And if they wanted me to find alpha beta, what's the formula for that?
C over A.
C over A. So what would I write?
Negative 15 over 1, which is negative 15.
1, negative 15. So everybody understands that? Any questions? No questions? You could ask me questions, any questions? Okay, no question. All right. If they wanted me to find, okay, so the only one we did last class was it was alpha squared, beta squared. Alpha squared, beta squared. What's alpha squared, beta squared? What is it equivalent to? Anybody can remember?
Alpha beta squared.
Alpha beta squared. So if they ask me to find alpha squared, beta squared, what would I write? Alpha squared, beta squared. Yeah, what would I write?
Negative 15 squared.
Which is 225. 225. Everybody understands that? Everybody remembers step 4?
Yes, miss. Yes, miss.
Nice. Okay, let's do another one. This is a new quadratic this time. I would leave the steps there. If you don't understand something, make sure to ask me. I would answer your question. You need to make sure you get this. Okay, let's try the quadratic. Hold on, let me reset. Okay, the quadratic is x squared plus 7x plus 10 is equal to 0. Step 1, Is this quadratic already equal to 0? That's a 7f. Is it already equal to 0?
Yes, miss.
Right, so step 1, finish. Step 2, identify A, B, and C. Anybody?
A is 1, B is 7, and C is 10.
7. That's a 7f. C is 10. Okay, so step 2 is finished. Third step. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus B over A. So what would I write here for alpha plus beta?
-7 over 1.
Which is -7. And alpha beta, C over A. In this case, what would I write?
10 over 1.
10 over 1, which is 10. And say they want me to find alpha and beta squared as well. What would I write? Alpha squared, beta squared is the same as alpha beta squared. And we already know that alpha beta, in this case, is 10. So what would I write here?
10 squared.
10 squared, which is 100. So everybody understands this?
Yes,
Yes,
miss.
miss.
If you don't, just let me know. One more question and then we go on. Okay. If I had the quadratic quadratic minus 22 is equal to x squared plus 5. Okay, so first person answer. You could. So you work it out, get the answer. I want you to find alpha beta, find alpha beta. And then I want you to find alpha squared beta. So first person to get those answers, let me know. Anybody finish? Anybody has an answer?
Yeah. So for alpha plus beta, I got 0.
Okay. Well, change the answer. Alpha plus beta is 0.
For alpha beta, I got -9. And for alpha square beta square, I got 18.
All right. Anybody else got the answers? Yes, no. You didn't know what to do, and you need me to go through everything.
Yes, I
Just
think
let me know.
I think I just did something wrong with the algebra at least.
Okay, so let's go to step by step. So 0 minus 9 and 81. Okay, first step, set this equal to 0. So anybody tell me what I would write?
4x squared minus 20 minus x squared minus 5 is equal to 0.
And that's advice to give me 3x squared minus 5. Anybody could tell me what's A, what's B, and what's C?
A is 3, B is 0, and C is negative 27.
First step, you find in your alpha plus beta and your alpha beta. So alpha plus beta. Okay. Alpha plus beta minus B on A, which is equal to, in this case, minus 0 over 3. What's minus divided by 3?
0.
Here. Alpha beta. Alpha beta equal to C divided by A. That's the equal sign now. So minus 27 divided by 3, which is 59. Fourth step, say this question wanted you to find alpha squared, beta squared. And you know that alpha squared, beta squared is the same as alpha, beta squared. You already found out in the third step, that alpha is minus 9. So minus 9 squared is equal to 81. So everybody understands why the answer is 81 minus 0.
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Everybody. So we're doing something else today. Well, the same sum and product groups, but we're doing the other formulae on the list. Okay. So we already did 1. We did 1, we did 2, we did 3. So now we're going on to number 4. Number 4 states that alpha squared beta plus beta squared alpha is equal to alpha beta, and in brackets beta plus alpha. Why? So let me just break down how they get that. If I look at this, these two terms, Well, actually, yeah. If I look at this, say this box number. This is box number 2. Can anybody tell me what they have in common? Box number 1 and box number 2. What do these two boxes have in common? Anybody?
Alpha and beta.
Yep, they have alpha and beta in common. So if I take out alpha and beta from this box, I remain with is alpha. If I take out alpha and beta from this box, I remain with beta. And that's how they got. That's just to help you understand where they got that from. Make it a little easier to remember. So it's the same steps from before. Let's practice with the quadratic we already used. Let me go to this quadratic. X squared plus 2x is equal to 15. The first step, it remains, make sure that f of x equals to 0. This is not equal to 0. So 2x squared plus 2x minus 50 equal to 0. Step 2, we still trying to find a and what was b and what's c. Identify your a, what b, what c. So we know that a is 1, b is 2, c minus 15. We did this one already. A 1, b is 2, c so minus 15. The third step, it remains the same. Third step, I want to find what is alpha plus beta. And we know the formula for that is minus b over a. And I also want to find my alpha beta. See, the old step not changes slightly is the fourth step. Before, what we were finding was alpha squared, beta squared. But now they want us to find alpha squared beta plus beta squared alpha. And we know that alpha squared beta, from what we just went to, alpha squared beta plus beta squared alpha is equal to alpha beta alpha plus beta. So since we did this already, I'll just write it. Alpha plus beta we got was minus 2. And then we got that alpha beta was minus 15. Now we try and find alpha squared beta squared. Alpha squared the squared is the same as alpha beta multiplied by alpha plus beta. So what could anyone tell me what I would write in this case? If I wanted to find alpha beta times alpha plus beta. What's alpha beta?
Negative 15 and in brackets negative 2.
Negative 15 times negative 2.
2.
Exactly, and that will be the answer. If they had asked me for alpha squared beta plus beta squared alpha. Everybody understands that? If you don't, just let me know, explain it to me.
Understood, miss.
Everybody,
Yes, miss.
every single person. And to make sure that you understand. If you don't understand, I will explain it again. Not a problem. Okay. All right. Well, I'm a little bit of stuff, so I'm just give you a question and we could get the answer when we come back. So Right, so this is the next quadratic we're doing. Do for me 2x squared plus 5x minus 4 is equal to 0. Okay, you start going through it now, but it will cut up on us and we have to read which one. All right, first step, make sure that f of x is equal to 0. Is this equal to 0? Make sure it's equal to 0. Is this equal to 0?
Yes, miss.
Nice. Step 2, identify A, the B, and the C. Could anybody tell me what's A, what's B, and what's C?
A is 2, B is 5, and C is -4.
B is 5 and C is -4. Third step, we want to find what's alpha beta and what's alpha plus beta. We know the formula for alpha plus beta is minus B on A. So what would I write in this case?
-5 on 2.
And for alpha beta, C on A. C is -4 and A is 2. -4 divided by 2. Fourth step. In this case,
Would a -4 divided by 2 be -2?
wow. Anyways, thank you. Step 4. It might cut off on us now. Step 4. They want us to find alpha squared beta